This is Paranormal Short Session 3 by Keith Evans with the White Quartz Crystal. Tonight I'm going to try a couple different experiments. Crystals are supposed to be able to echo as my hand, and I'm going to touch the crystal just lightly. I'm in the complete dark, so alright, the crystal's right about there. My hand wasn't on it long enough to get it hot. What I'm going to do is tap the crystal to see lightly with a metal key. It's not going to harm the crystal at all. And the frequency of the vibration may cause the crystal to warm up. And instead of being a, got my hands on the crystal right now, instead of it being blue, it's going to, my FLIR TG-165 timed out. I'm hoping it's going to turn red. So, there's the crystal right there. There's the key. I'm just tapping it lightly. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's my hand. And there's the crystal, which is blue between my two fingers. It did not seem to have a whole lot of effect on the crystal. I'm in the dark, so it'll show up really well. And I'm going back with the key. I'm going to tap some more. The Ovilus Vb is right here. So, I don't know if you can see it or not right there. So it's close to the crystal. It's probably only like, what, candy quarter, maybe 2 inches away. I'm going to go ahead and turn the Ovilus Vb on. My question would be, does this crystal have any residual energy or tide will, or any type of intelligent energy? Tide will. I'm not really sure what that means, tide will. My TG-165 timed out. Alright. Now, I'm gonna, there's crystal between my two fingers. And now I'm gently tapping the crystal. Take the key away. You can definitely see some pink. So tapping the crystal, the vibration is echoed throughout the different quartz crystal. And that kind of, to me, heats it up. It's not as, it's between my two fingers. I'm not going to hold them there long enough to warm it up. But I'm going to tap some more. Now I got the words on the Ovilus Vb, tide will, T-I-D-E and W-I-L-L. I'm not sure what that has to do with the crystal, as far as residual energy or intelligent energy. Now I'm tapping away. As you can see, there's my fingers holding the key. So, of course, the key is going to be warm because it's metal and it's being held by my hand and fingers. But the crystal is out here. I'll pull the key away. It seems like the crystal is somewhat pink. Put my hands around the crystal. You can see it's blue. All right, let's tap some more. That's the hand, that's the key, and oh my. TG-165 timed out again. Well, sorry about that. Leave you in the dark for a while. Let's look back at the Ovilus. No more words, so doesn't seem like the tapping is causing any residual energy from the white quartz crystal to be released, or no intelligent response. Alright, let's look at my hands. Fingers are around the crystal, which is blue in the middle. Now, with the key, I'm going to tap. I don't know why I'm tapping. It looks like there's some pink. That's my hand. That's the key. Well, it doesn't look like there's any type of real appreciating amount of heat. While I'm tapping, it's very hard to tell. It could just be the key going up and down, which is causing a, making it look pink. All right, one other thing I want to try. I'm going to need both hands, so I'm going to lay this down. You're going to be in the dark for a few seconds. I'm going to hold it in my hand and twist 5 times. With the left hand, 5 times with the right hand. I'm going to put it down. You're not holding it long enough to get it hot. Somehow that heats it up. You can see it's almost like it's flashing, the little white crystal. Oh, by the way, today is Thursday, the 22nd of September, 2022. It almost looks like it's flashing. Now, I only held it in my hand long enough. I held it with both hands, and I twisted 5 times with the left hand, like you're twisting on a motorcycle handle, to give it some gas. And then I twist it 5 times with the right hand. I don't think that was long enough to warm it up that much, but it really, I'm right on the center, and it's like 80.0 degrees Fahrenheit, 79.9 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's staying pretty fair. We did get another word with the Ovilus Vb. Ever, E-V-E-R. Tide will ever. Okay, so that's unique. It's actually going up in temperature. But now it's 80.02 there for a while, degrees Fahrenheit. Got a couple more words. Last three was ever, radio, low. EVER, radio, R, AIDO, and low, LOW. Well, I'm surprised that twisting had that type of effect on the White Quartz Crystal. That's 79.9. Bounced between 79.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's slowly cooling off. But the twisting effect really warmed it up. Tapping, I can't say it did anything. It still stayed blue. When I was waving the key around, the key was warm for me holding it in my fingers. So let's get back to ever is EVER, radio is RADIO, and low, LOW. Ever, radio, low. The radio that the ghost or spirit turned on, I unplugged it and put it away. I don't use it, and it's actually part of a alarm clock. I lived in a fully furnished apartment, and it came with the alarm clock. And the alarm clock, I never used it because I had my own. But when the ghost or spirit that day I was taking a nap turned it up loud, of course it was plugged in. All I could hear was static, and I thought it was the other radio that's not connected with the small alarm clock, which is plugged in beside other alarm clock. I unplugged both and put them in a drawer, and I think the ghost of spirit is not happy about that. I do feel that sometimes ghosts of spirits dwell in anything that has electrical current, especially anything that's sitting there is not widely used. It's like their playground to travel around in, since all ghosts of spirits are electromagnetic energy once they pass away. Well, wow, that is still staying 80.0. And no, I'm not using the laser pointer at all. The laser pointer will warm crystal up. And I'm not using it, so that didn't warm it up. 80.01 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very slow to cool down. And I will warn everyone that if you do have a thermal imager with a laser pointer and you aim it towards a crystal and it refracts back into your eye, you could damage your retina. So be very careful if you use the laser pointer. I thought about using it just to show you how it warms a crystal up. It doesn't do quite as well as twisting a crystal like I did. I mean, I barely held that in maybe less than 20 seconds to do 5 quick twists with the right hand while I held the crystal. It's a small crystal, but I held it between my right and left hand. And while I was doing that, I did 5 quick twists with the left hand and then 5 quick twists with the right hand. And it still was 97.5. The highest it was like, 80.2 degrees Fahrenheit. It might have popped up to 80.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, my FLIR TG-165 is timing out on me here. So the bottom line is friction. Just hold it in my hand, which, of course, my hands are warm. Body temperature of a human is like 98.6. But I only held it in my hands for like 20 seconds or less. But the twisting motion, that friction, sent off some type of vibration that really warmed it up. I mean, you can see it's still pink. It's still kind of flickering, and that's the friction is sending a vibration, which is echoing back like a warm flare-up to the TG-165 thermal imager, which is pretty cool. You know, I would have to have a cool white quartz crystal to use the laser pointer, but I would want to do that with a cold one so you can see that the crystal was blue, and then you would see how the crystal reflects the laser crystal. When I do it, I'm going to make sure that the camera and the screen of the thermal imager eclipse between me and the reflecting laser pointer light, and then I'm just going to do it for a few seconds to show you how it warms the crystal up. Well, that'll probably be another time. Yeah, twisting it like that, it stayed warm for a while. I didn't really notice the time that I twisted it, but its camera time is 16 minutes and 50 seconds. And the crystal is still at, what, 79.54321 degrees Fahrenheit, in that range. 79.4 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, it's at least 3 or 4 minutes since I twisted it. I don't think that ever radio low is coming from the crystal in any way, whether it's intelligent storage within the crystal or residual energy stored within the crystal. I think that's the ghost of spirit that turned on the radio that day, or the alarm clock radio, and which only gives loud static. Where I'm at, there's not too many radio stations that can be picked up. I think I got another cover. Cover is COVER. Well, I'm just amazed that that it's staying warm like that. The friction of rubbing your hand must be the type of... The flare just timed out again. That friction must be at a certain frequency that really echoes throughout the quartz crystal. And after cover, we got skill, SKILL, on the Ovilus 5. Well, I try to be skillful when I do things. But I'm learning about crystals like everyone else is. I try different things, but a friend of mine suggests twisting it with right and left hand, and it really worked. It's holding its heat. It's been at least, probably 5 minutes now maybe more, and it's still holding its heat. It's 79.1 degrees Fahrenheit. It hasn't dropped 1 degree in about, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. That's amazing. Well, the ghost or spirit that said low cover and skill, what exactly are you talking about? Are you talking about my work with the crystal, the paranormal work that I do? And could you tell me your name? FLIR timed out again. I'll go move over to the Ovilus Vb and move back to the crystal. I'll put the camera down and well, crystal is 79.5 degrees Fahrenheit. At the highest, it was 80.5, so you'll say that it's pretty much cooled off 1 degree Fahrenheit in about 7 minutes. That's holding in temperature. If you lived in a crystal cave, I guess you could go around rubbing the cave and it would keep you warm. Alright, what is the name of the ghost that chose the last 3 words, low, cover, and skill? Ovilus Vb is about candy quartered about 3 inches from the White Quartz Crystal. I was hoping that, when I did the tapping and when I rubbed the crystal with my right and left hand, that it would cause the crystal to also release residual energy, and that energy, or intelligent energy, that would choose words. I can't say that happened. Right now I'm running low on storage space, so I'm going to go ahead and thank everyone for watching. This has been Paranormal Short Session 3 by Keith Evans with the White Quartz Crystal. And today is Thursday, 22nd September 2022. I'd like to appreciate everyone for watching. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please like as much as you possibly can. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, what you like, what you don't like, what you think I spend too much time on, or what you think I don't spend enough time on. Right now the quartz crystal is down to 79.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Looks like the camera's still going even though it gave me a warning.